What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to Assembling Arsenal episode 12. I think we're on now. We are going to start this episode here by showing the very little amount of trading I've done. Again, I've been absolutely terrible. I was rushing to get this one out for you guys because I'm up at the Newcastle game this weekend. I'm in London on Saturday, the Newcastle on Sunday, so I'm not really going to be around. So again, I kind of rushed it. I managed to trade for one player, but we do have some really awesome stuff happening in this episode. 3 massive games and we embark upon our journey of the tournament that is currently out. So the first game is actually in Div 1. I hadn't really thought about joining the tournament when we started, but before we get properly into the gameplay, what I do want to say is if you want a fast and reliable coin service, check out utcointraders.com. There's a link to them in the description below. But it didn't take us long, just a matter of minutes before the ball was whipped in onto the head of Podolski, but their goalie just managed to knock it over the bar to stop me from getting the goal. I then whipped it in and his goalie again was on fine form and stopped me from getting any real chance from it. Shortly after that, we came close with a fantastic rocket of a Podolski shot, but that was nothing, not good enough for us in the first half, and it finished 0-0 at half time. So we go into the second half, and we are trying our very best to get the goals, and it just kept bouncing around everywhere. And then I got extremely lucky as Walcott hit it in, and Czech decided basically just to palm it into his own net. Shortly after that, we gave a corner to Nacho Monreal, who whipped it in. What even was that? To the head of Laurent Koscielny, who knocked it home to make it 2-0, and it looked like we were safe, but I made a stupid decision there by trying to do the counter-attack custom tactic there, and it did not go well. All my players suddenly pushed out of the way, and he ended up with an easy tramp there, and then almost instantly after that, he got himself a corner, and you bet it, he scored from it. That meant I wasted the 2-0 lead we had, and he pulled it back to 2-2, and that was how it ended, getting the draw in this division. Still looking comfortable to win it after winning, I think it was 5 games, drawing 1 and losing 1, so or maybe even 6, so we're very comfortable sitting at the top. I had dominated him for the majority of the game in terms of shots and shots on target, but now we come into the Premier League Shield. The prize is 7k and the Man United badge. You need a starting 11 just of Premier League players, which obviously being an Arsenal-only team, that is something we have, but I wanted to freshen my team up a bit, so I bought in some fresh legs, bought in Jovino, bought in DRB, couple other players, switching it around a bit, just trying to keep them as fresh as possible. Gibbs coming in there. I just wanted to have the highest fitness as we embark on our little cup journey. Now the key part here will be keeping Podolski on a good enough fitness for the whole way through, because he is our main man. But we come up against this guy with a very expensive Prem team, but well, relatively expensive. Some of the more expensive players like Aguero, Hazard, Inform Luiz, etc. It's a very, very good team though, and you'd think it would give me a lot of problems, but it didn't take us long for us to get a good little chance here. Podolski cutting inside, and somehow, I don't know if it took a big deflection or the goalie let it in or what, but Podolski managed to find the net there. And then again, using great ability to avoid the offside trap, played a fantastic ball across to Giroud, who smashed home to make it 2-0, and that was how it was as we went at half time. Once again, we had managed to create ourselves a 2-0 lead, and you'd think that we had actually blown it again here as he whips it in with Walcott onto the head of Aguero, who heads, I think he heads it home. I was too busy shouting that and shaking my head, but he then pulls it back again to 2-2. Second game in a row, I've lost my 2-0 lead to a 2-2, but this time I decided I wasn't going to blow it completely, and eventually, after just constantly hitting it at his goalie, chance after chance, just here, Cazorla bangs it at him, it's constantly going to him. We got a lucky little break. He bangs that one out there, then saves it again before, well, nothing really materialised from that little attack there. Somehow his goalie was so incredible, but we won the ball back here, picked the ball up with Jovino, and all of his players ran out as mine just sort of stood there, and that meant we had an easy little chance to tap it into the back of the net and finish it off and make it 3-2. This guy obviously had enough and rage quit, so that was the first round of the cup done. We were going through to the second round already, and didn't waste too much time looking at what was going to be going on. Didn't change the squad around at all. And yeah, he had a Everton away kit and a Dortmund badge and a United home kit. An interesting mix and match there. But he had the usual sort of Prem team you'd expect. A lot of pace. Koscielny and David Luiz at the back. Some relatively slow midfielders with Arteta and Milner. And that is where I hope to capitalise with my slightly quicker midfielders. And I started fantastically there with an absolute screamer of a volley there by Giroud. The power he put into that as he screeched it into the back of the net. And it just kept getting better. Podolski there, banging that one into the roof of the net, and this was the main turning point of the game. He got his Charles Zogbia sent off, and it looked like there was no way of coming back for him. 2-0 down to 10 men early on, in like midway through the first half, and it just got better and better. Sanya here picking up a goal. Don't know what his goalie was doing there. It just seemed like he wanted me to win. Just got better. No point even really describing what's going on. Just every shot seemed to find the back of the net. 4-0 after 40 minutes. He did also get a player sent off early in the second half, but I do forget to show it. I believe it was Carl Walker around the 58th minute. But here, 12 shots to 0, all 12 on target to 0. Absolute domination. It's crazy just how easy I seem to find the second round, which is odd. And he'd obviously given up at this point, just dropping the ball with his goalie more often than not. And I just pick it up and bang it into the back of the net. It happened for the last 3 goals here, 1, 2, and I think the next one happens lastly here, Podolski picking it up, and that sealed the win at 8-0, and that seals this final game of the episode of Assembling Arsenal. Carl Walker was the one that got sent off. We will be doing the semi-final and whatever comes after that, if we manage to make it through to the final in the next episode. But thank you as always for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.